All right. I want to welcome everyone once again to our ULTRONSWAP Masterclass. This is a place that you come to learn about the Ultron ecosystem, about the moving pieces, about the blockchain, about transactions, about how to set up your wallets, about how to navigate through all this information and the ecosystem, how to use ULTRONSWAP, how to perform basic operations of buying the coin, of selling the coin, of swapping and exchanging and farming and staking and validators and staking hub NFTs and all of these things, which is a little bit more technical. And if you are beginning your journey in crypto, maybe you have not have even your crypto wallet yet, it's absolutely okay. There are so many people every day who start their journey from day one into the world of crypto. So it is not too late. We are just getting warmed up. So welcome once again to this training. The agenda for today, we're going to go first over the ecosystem of Ultron. I'm going to share with you the wULX scan, our block explorer, how it works, what kind of information you can gather from there. I'm going to show you how to get your wallet set up and how to put the Ultron chain on the wallet and put all kinds of tokens in the Ultron ecosystem there. Then I'm going to show you the ULTRONSWAP and how it works, how to use the bridges and bridge the assets to the ULTRONSWAP and back and forth, how to use the swap and how buying the coins affecting the price. I'm going to show you how the inner works of the decentralized exchange works. I'm going to show you some simple formulas, and I'm going to show you the different ways how you can make money from the Ultron ecosystem, and we're going to compare the different ways. And I'm going to show you the mechanics of the staking hub NFT, okay, and how this works and how the daily rewards work, what is auto stake on, what is auto stake off, how this works for 5 years and what we have accomplished so far. Okay, so let's begin, guys. Let's begin. Where I'm gonna try to get everything done by the next 1 hour. Okay, the next 1 hour we're gonna get through everything. So let's begin, guys. Every blockchain needs a block explorer. What is a block explorer? It's a place where you can see all of the transactions and who has how much of the coins and tokens, right? It's like a complex accounting system where the blockchain always have the correct data of how many coins there, how many tokens there, okay? It has all of this data on the blockchain, who owns how many tokens. So what we can see here on wulxscan.com, we can see the unique wallet addresses. We have 135,567 accounts. Those are the people who either bought a stake in Hub NFT or they bought the coin wULX and they hold them in their wallet. So it's all unique wallets. We have 9.5 million transactions. We have 8.5 million blocks, and we have 10 validators. So we'll explain in a second what does it mean, validators here. We have the latest blocks and latest transactions shown, and the daily transactions for the last 2 weeks, 1 month, and 3 months. On the transaction tab, you can see the transactions live. So every minute there is something going on the Ultron chain. There's minting happening, transferring happening, burning happening, all kinds of transactions, minting of the NFTs. Everything is happening live on the blockchain. That's why it's such a beautiful thing that we have for the first time a real blockchain technology. It's very hard to build that we have a partnership with this foundation, the Ultron Foundation. We have the blocks, we have the epochs, and we have the staking. So the staking here, let's start with the block. Basically, blocks have all these transactions are grouped into blocks. Usually it's one transaction right now because the blockchain is so young and the blocks are coming in very, very fast. That's why this blockchain technology, Ultron, is super, super fast and is capable to scale to 100 million, 200 million users, no issues at all, no sweat. It's gonna be working very, very fast, and we'll see with time more and more transactions there. Okay. Then we have the epochs. You don't really need to look at this tab. It's showing the different basically rewards that are being paid, the fees in wULX. Then we have the staking. So the staking is connected to the validators. We have 10 validators right now, 9 from the company, 1 team validators. It's called Immortals. And basically the validators are there to validate the transactions on the blockchain. As simple as that. Validators can have delegated coins and on the amount of 10 times more. Okay. So if you have a validator and you have 1 million coins there, then you can have 10 million coins from other wallets delegated into your validator. Okay. So validators are like special computer nodes that running all the time. You see the downtime is 0 seconds. So it's running all the time and making sure that the blockchain is running all the time, the transactions are happening, okay, and everything is recorded on the blockchain. So with time, we're going to have here hundreds and thousands of validators. So it's only a matter of time. Right now, the Ultron Foundation is preparing a very simple way for people to become validators, to simplify the process in a way that everyone with a click of a button can become validators. And this blockchain is called a proof of stake blockchain. If you Google about it, what does it mean? It's a proof of stake technology. It's how the consensus basically of these transactions happening. We need to have a validators. You need to have these special nodes. So that's from the technology side. Then we have the assets. The assets is Ultron Finance asset and ULC20 token. So right here you have the plus icons. The plus icons are basically there to help you easily add the tokens to your wallet. So the first step in order for you to get the tokens on the Ultron, you need to install MetaMask. So just go to Google, type in MetaMask, okay? And you're gonna see MetaMask come up, a crypto wallet and gateway to blockchain apps. You download it on a Chrome or iOS or Android, right? This is the supported browsers. You install the MetaMask and then you'll set up your password there. And then you're going to be able to log in inside. Okay. Your password. 1 second. And by default, you're going to have here Ethereum mainnet. By default, Ethereum mainnet. Okay. So it means that you're going to have Ethereum as the 0 Ethereum. That's like the most used blockchain, and all Ethereum compatible blockchains are going to be there in MetaMask. So the way that you install the Binance Smart Chain, the Polygon, the different chains is you basically go to chainlist.org and you're going to type in here Binance Smart Chain, and you can add Binance Smart Chain. You click connect wallet. Okay. And then you can edit. I already have it, so I can switch the network there. We use Binance Smart Chain for transferring assets to Ultron chain, for example. So it's very useful. And we have Ultron, so you'll type in ULT. You'll see Ultron mainnet there, so you can connect the wallet. Okay, switch the network, and there you go. You can edit very, very easily like this, the Ultron mainnet. So the next piece is to add the tokens. So you go to the assets and you see xULX, wULX. So you can add the wULX, very important. So you can see it in the wallet. You click on a plus icon and add the token. And now when you go to MetaMask and you see this token, wULX, okay, that's the token. UUSDT, you can add here. That's the token that you can see, okay, on the Ultron chain. So you can see it visibly. They are there even if you add these tokens, like send some money in tokens there, they're on the blockchain. But for you to visibly with your eyes see it in your wallet, you need to actually add these tokens. Okay, you can add by the smart contract, or you can add by simply clicking on the plus icon. It's much simpler to do it like this. Okay, next piece is we are going to the contracts. Contracts is basically the actual contract addresses that you can manually add, but you don't really need to use this tab. NFT metadata is very useful. It's showing you all the different NFTs that you have and the NFT metadata on them. So when you go to your back office, okay, let me go real quick. I'm going to show you inside a back office. You see under my hubs, under my hub section, you'll see a link to the blockchain. So when you go to my hubs, and right there you see this wULX address. When you click on it, you can see that this is hosted on the by the Ultron Foundation. Your NFTs are the wULC 721 standard. Okay. So this is where this NFT reside on the blockchain, and you can see each NFT has an ID. So it's a Ultron NFT, Gaming Hub NFT, Payment Hub NFT. These NFTs are residing on the blockchain. They have a special token ID. This is the minting transaction. Okay, you see mint want NFT. This is the transaction. And each NFT has a special token ID. So when I click on this token ID, let's say this NFT 155244, when I copy that and I put in here under staking hub, I'm gonna see the data. Okay, what's the order ID, what's the current stake, what's the amount purchased, $5,000, what was the timing, okay, is it set on compounding? Yes. What's the dollar cap value? $7,310. So it increased from 5,000 to 7,300. What's the total rewards? We're going to get through all of this a little bit later in this training. So this is the metadata of the NFT that is sitting on the blockchain. The same with the token ID of the Gaming Hub NFT, the same with Payment Hub NFT. You enter the ID, you search, and there you go. So the next piece is the ultronswap.com. So when you go there, this is a dApp that has been built by the Ultron Foundation. Ultron Swap allows you to swap, to earn, to bridge as easy as 1, 2, 3, instant transactions, limited options, low fees. On the first page, you can see the impressive on-chain data. So you can see the market cap of Ultron, which is basically we're multiplying the circulating supply, wULX, times the price. It's $675 million market cap. The total value lock is how much money is sitting right now on UltronSwap. The users, people are put liquidity into UltronSwap. It's $7.3 million. The total volume shows in the last 24 hours in the all time, it shows $144 million of total volume. And here is when the swap happens, when you can swap wULX for USDT, for example, or USDT for wULX. And this is where you go and do it. So how do you start using the Ultron swap? Well, first we need to use the bridge. The bridge is a way to bridge assets from other blockchains to the Ultron chain. Right now, the bridge supports 4 blockchains. It supports Ethereum, Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon. And we can bridge assets from these blockchains to Ultron. One very common way is to use the USDT on the Binance Smart Chain. So we choose USDT here, and we bridge USDT from Binance Smart Chain to the Ultron chain. So I have $445 here. I'm gonna click with bridge $100, click on bridge like this, and confirm. So if you don't have USDT on Binance Smart Chain, then just like you get the staking hub NFT, you can get the USDT. The same way you can get USDT for you to buy some wULX coins. So you can use the bridge and you can bridge this USDT. So now when I click back to Ultron, switch the network back to Ultron, you can see that this $100 is now on the Ultron chain. And now you can go to the swap and you can take this $99 because there's a little fee paid, $99.16, and you can swap for 858 wULX. Slippage, you can leave it 0.5% and click on swap now. Okay. There you go. Click on max, next, and approve. Okay. And you are good to go. Just like that. All right. Transaction approved. You see how simple it is? Very, very simple to use. Now, you see, Ultron swap started on the 4th of August, 4th of August 2022. The very first bridge transactions happened on that date, okay? And that's when the price of wULX started to be established during that time. Any decentralized exchange, it doesn't have a buy button. It doesn't have a sell button. You can see it clearly. There is no buy button. There is no sell button. There is only swap now button. So why is this the case, and how does it work? How the price is being determined? How people can buy, and why when people buy the price going up? Why people sell the price going down? How it is actually working? Because if you look at, let's say you go to CoinMarketCap and you put in here wULX coin, put in here wULX Ultron, and you can see right there, you can see the decentralized exchange. Okay, you can see decentralized exchange, and you can see centralized exchange. Let's take a look. Centralized exchange, MEXC. Okay, so I click on MEXC, and what I see in MEXC? What I see in MEXC is I see order books. I see buy orders, I see sell orders, limit orders. So some people are willing to sell it for 11.571. Okay, some people are willing to buy it for 11.4. So you know, when people are clicking the market order, on the market order, they're buying all of these orders. So that makes sense. When people are clicking the sell button, they are selling on the market price where people want to buy these orders. Okay, so that's how the centralized exchange work. But I recommend to not use the centralized exchange, but to use the decentralized exchange. And the big reason for that is look at the volume. The volume here on MEXC is $47,000 in the last 24 hours. The volume on Bitmart is $82,000. Okay, if you compare it to decentralized exchange, now you see the volume on the PancakeSwap is $2.5 million. $2.5 million. When you go to the Ultron swap, we can see it's $237,000, but it's much higher than the $40,000, right? So bigger volume means that you're going to get a better price. When you buy and sell, you're going to get a better price, a better spread. So better use more, you understand, better use a decentralized exchange. So one way is to use the Ultron swap. I recommend using Ultron swap, or to use PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap is an exchange built for the Binance Smart Chain. Okay, it's called PancakeSwap.finance. And I'm going to show you how to use that as well. When you go to PancakeSwap.finance, you can see right there, you can connect the wallet, you can click on trade and swap. Okay, let's say I switch to Binance Smart Chain. And you can see right there that I can choose here the wULX coin, right? I can choose wULX coin and I can convert it to USDT, or I can buy wULX in USDT. Now, how do I get to this page? I can go to dexscreener.com. Dexscreener.com is one of the websites you can use. Type in wULX, and right there, wULX BUSD pair. I click on it, $1.9 million liquidity. We have $2.4 million volume. It's really high volume day. People buying and selling like crazy today. Yeah, you can see the volume here. You know, there was a high day volume. There was a high day volume right there. So right there, there's a button, trade on PancakeSwap. When you click on this button, you'll go and automatically it will open up for you the right page for wULX and and this, right? It's going to open up for you. So you can use, let's say, USDT, and you can put in here $100, like whatever you want to buy, and click on swap and confirm swap, and that's how you buy it. Now, this wULX you can buy as a wULX on the Binance Smart Chain as a wrap version, okay? Wrap version of wULX on the Binance Smart Chain. So to help you understand this, there is the wULX, the coin, and is used in all the Ultron ecosystem. And then there is the wULX, the token, which is the wrap wULX, the wrap version. It's like a candy that you wrap a candy and you send this candy in the other blockchain. So you have wULX as a representative on the Binance Smart Chain. And when you click on the block explorer here on the bscscan.com, and we copy the contract address of the Ultron, and you can see that Ultron have only 7,294 holders, much less on the Binance chain. And we have only 52 million wULX supply, which is a very small part of the supply of wULX that was bridged here. Basically, it was bridged from Ultron to Binance Smart Chain to allow people to buy and sell here on the Binance Smart Chain. So you can see the token wULX is actually the token of wULX on the Binance Smart Chain. So now you understand. And wULX as the coin is only can exist on the Ultron chain. So those are the two ways how you can buy wULX. On Ultron, you need to use the bridge, let's say from Binance Smart Chain is the most popular way to bridge, okay? And that's the best way to go about it. Now, the next question is on the Ultron swap, how the prices are affected. When you go here to, let's say, the farm, you can see here, you have 13 different pairs, wULX USDT, wULX USDC, you have USDT USDC. So wULX USDT is capable to give 63.2% APR, annual percentage rate, okay? When somebody provides liquidity, they provide liquidity 50-50. So when you go to the liquidity tab, and I put in here, let's say $100, you see that I need to put also equally amount of 875 wULX that is equal to $100. And then I'm going to receive an LP token. I'm going to receive an LP token. And this LP token, I can then stake here. There is the stake button. And with the stake button, I can basically add the liquidity of wULX USDT. It's called SPLP, LP token, liquidity providing token. So let me explain to you how this whole thing works in a simple language, okay? So we have here 50-50. Let's say $1.5 million liquidity. So how much is there in wULX value? It's 1.583 million divided by 2, which is $790,000 in wULX and $790,000 in USDT. Okay. So now, when somebody buys wULX, let's say you want to buy wULX, why when people buy wULX, which means buying wULX on the means that you have USDT and you use the USDT to swap USDT for wULX, right? So, second, swap USDT. So you want to swap USDT for wULX. How do you swap USDT for wULX? When people use the swap button, this USDT will go to the liquidity. And from this liquidity, you get wULX in the wallet. So the question is why the price of wULX goes up when you swap one token for another token. Yeah, why the price goes up? And the second question, by how much this price goes up? If it goes up, by how much it goes up? So let's answer these questions. Very simple. We have on the left side, I would say it's value of USDT, the value of USDT inside of this liquidity pool. Okay. And on the right side, we have the value of wULX. So you understand when people put liquidity, they put 50% in USDT and 50% in wULX. So the value is always equal. The value of USDT equals to the value of wULX. Okay, always equal. So now you understand this part. Make it better like this. You understand this part? We have the value of USDT comprised of the price of USDT multiplied by the quantity of USDT. And the value of wULX is the price of wULX multiplied by the quantity of wULX. So I'm going to show you how the price of wULX is affected based on the quantities. You see, when you swap USDT for wULX, what happens to the quantity of USDT inside of the pool, of the liquidity pool? The quantity goes up. There is more USDTs inside of the liquidity. Makes sense? What happens to the price? Nothing. The price stays $1. Always $1. USDT is always $1, regardless of what happens to the quantity. Now, the quantity of wULX goes down because you take this wULX from the liquidity to your wallet. So now the quantity of wULX goes down. So for this equation to be equal, the value of USDT equal to the value of wULX, what has to happen to the price? What has to happen to the price of wULX for this equation to be equal? Now, you don't need to be a genius to understand that the price of wULX is going to go up. It must go up to make sure this equation stays equal. There is less wULX, so each wULX in the liquidity remain must be more valuable, must worth more money. So if we take a period of time of, let's say, 1 hour, okay? During this period of 1 hour, people are buying and selling. If there is more people that are buying, exchanging USDT for wULX than selling, then during this period of time, the price of wULX is going up. If there is more people selling than buying, then during this hour, the price is going down. And it happens on a moment-to-moment basis, every minute, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, every hour, every day. We can take any time frame. And we can apply this formula for this time frame. Now, the question then next is by how much the value of wULX goes up? By how much? So it depends on the volume of the trading, of the buying, yeah? And it depends on the liquidity. Liquidity is there. So let's say that we have $1 million of positive buying pressure during one day. So that means $1 million of more people buying than selling during 1 day period of time. And we have liquidity of 1.5 million. In this case, we can divide 1 million by 1.6 million to give you a rough indication that the coin price of wULX is expected to rise by 66%. Okay, this is approximate. Okay, so if there is $1 million of positive buying divided by the liquidity, so it rises by 66%. Now, what happens to the liquidity if liquidity goes up to 16 million instead of 1.6? Now, the same $1 million, we're going to divide by 16 million, and now we're going to say it is 6.6% that the value of wULX will go up. So the percentage of how much wULX is going up depends on the volume, and it depends on the liquidity. Make sense? The higher the liquidity, the thicker the liquidity, the harder it is for the wULX price to go up in value. So during this early phases, it is beneficial that we have not a super thick liquidity, because it is much easier for the wULX price to go up in value, much easier. So it is okay for our current stage. Now, understand that. Everybody understands this. Let me know in the chat. All good? Makes sense? You understand this part? Miguel is asking, where is the liquidity coming from? Liquidity is coming from people that put liquidity on the liquidity tab. So they put their own money. They bridge the asset to Ultron, and they put wULX, USDT, or other pairs in the liquidity. That's where the liquidity is coming from, okay? From the users of the ecosystem. Okay. Now, the next topic is the APRs. So there's APRs. It's pretty juicy. We have 63% APR here, okay? And we have what? Yeah, that's the higher APR that we have. No, there's 67% here. Okay, 63% here. This APR is not set in stone. This APR depends on several factors. The APR depends on the liquidity. Okay, the higher the liquidity, the lower the APR. The higher the liquidity, the more money is there. The less each gets as a piece of the transaction. Yeah, and the higher the value of the wULX, then the higher the APR. So that's the correlation there. And of course, wULX and USDT is the #1 farm. It's the most important farm of them all. So that's why it is ranked pretty high there from the APR. It's important that people put liquidity there. Now, there are some risks associated with providing liquidity as well, just like with anything in DeFi. And this risk is what is described as impermanent loss. So I'll try to understand you, have you understand in a very simple language, what does it mean? So let's assume that you have $100,000 and you want to put this $100,000 here to farm coins and to get rewards in wULX on the farm, okay? That's one way of how we can earn money in the ecosystem of Ultron. That's one way how you can do it. So for you to do that, you need to have $50,000, okay? $50,000 in wULX. and $50,000 in USDT. That's your starting point. Okay. Now, let's say 1 year passed. After 1 year, the price of wULX increased to $1. Can it happen? Yes, it can happen. In 1 year, the price of wULX can be $1. So in this case, what will happen to your investment of $100,000, right? How much it will grow, and if you're going to get 50,000 of USDT and $50,000 worth of wULX, how much you can buy today? 50,000 you can divide it by 0.115. You'll see a calculator. It's 434,000 coins. After 1 year, wULX at $1, are you going to get the same amount of 434,000 wULX? Yes or no? After 1 year, you get this amount of wULX back and the same $50,000 back. If you withdraw your liquidity, if you want to withdraw back your liquidity to your wallet, are you going to get the same amount? Yes or no? What do you guys think? I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay. Okay. So you guys absolutely right. So the correct answer is no. You're not going to get the same amount. So this phenomenon is called impermanent loss. So to help you understand what is impermanent loss, I'm going to show you an example. Okay. This example will take initial values of $100,000 we put into the farm. And let's assume that the price of the wULX is 13 cents. Okay. And you can get 372,000 wULX coins and $50,000 USDT. That's your starting point. 50,000 USDT, 372,000 wULX. A year passed. Okay. A year passed. The value of wULX is $1 now. Look at the future quantity of USDT. It grown from 50,000 to 136,000. And the wULX, the future value, grown from 372,000 to 136,000. So USDT went up and wULX went down. And it makes sense. In order for the price to go to $1, there needs to be more buying than selling. So that means in the liquidity, there is more USDTs, there is less wULX. So your portion of the liquidity is more USDT and less wULX. So it all makes sense. But let's take a look at the numbers. We see that the total value plus interest is $355,000. Okay, so that we add 272,000 plus the 82,000 interest, assuming 83%, which is less right now, but let's assume it's 83%. We have a total value plus interest $355,000. Now, that means that you increased 355,000 to 100,000 to 355,000. Now, where is the loss here, right? Where is the loss? It is the gain. You gain from 100,000 to $355,000. Where is the loss here? And the loss, I'll show you where is the loss. So if you held USDT, you'll have $50,000. If you held wULX, you'll have $372,000. So if you just held USDT and wULX in its initial stage, you will have $422,000, but you had to farm all year long. You had to farm all year long, and you got only 355. So you actually lost $66,000 by farming. How did you lose it? You just lost some potential gain, right? That you had if you didn't lock your if you didn't provide the liquidity basically in the farm. And that's, my friends, is the phenomenon that is called the impermanent loss. Okay, it's called impermanent loss because it only become permanent loss when you remove that liquidity. So it's something that is important to understand when you deal with liquidity. So let's look at a couple of scenarios here. We'll look at a couple of scenarios. We have yield farming is one way to exploit the ecosystem, enjoy. We have scenario one is $255,000 in this example, 255%. The other choice is holding USDT and wULX 50-50. In this scenario, we get 322%, which is already an improvement. Yeah. Now, if you just hold wULX, let's say you bought wULX at 13 cents and you hold wULX and it goes to $1. Now, you just made 644%, okay? Gain, pure gain. So that is incredible. Yeah, that is incredible gain because you held all wULX, and big improvement on the yield farming. Now, if you stake wULX, now you can increase it even more because of compounding there, because of the staking there. You can actually go here and click on the staking tab, and you can connect the wallet, and you can click on the basically. You can click here on the claim and restake like this. Boom, success. Okay, and whatever the amount of coins that you have delegated, you can click on delegate, you choose the amount. Okay, you choose a validator. It gives around 22% right now, APR. And you choose the validator and you can stake it there. But you see, the thing is here that you need to understand is when you're staking wULX, you are not selling wULX. Okay, you are not selling and you are not farming. So you're not doing that. You're not selling, you're not farming, you're not diluting your wULX. You're not just you're holding your wULX, you are actually increasing the amount of wULX that you have. Okay, so it is better than holding. Staking wULX can give you 1,000%, maybe 800%. There is no like clear calculation to it exactly. It depends on the market, on the how much people are going to be staking, etc., etc. But the possibility to make more than 644% in the case of the staking is there. Okay, so that's why I prefer staking to yield farming. And the reason why I prefer staking to yield farming is because with yield farming, I'm losing the amount of wULX when I withdraw that capital back. And that's something I don't want to do. Okay. And I would rather maximize my profits in the ecosystem. But yield farming is one of the ways how people can get gains, but it's just not the most optimal way, especially when we talk about the price of wULX going up. Now, there is the Staking Hub NFT. So Staking Hub NFT is a 5-year product, and with 5 years, you can quadruple the amount of coins. And within this 5 years, of course, if the price of wULX goes from 13 cents to $1, it make calculation how much is that X's. It's about 7.7 multiplied by 4.1. Wait, sorry. Multiply by 4.1. it's a 3,100%, right? In this case, 3,100%, which is 31x increase in the value, right? In 5 years, if that is the base of the calculation that we're going for. So the staking hub NFT is a product that not everybody fully understands, and that's why I want to get into it so everybody understands this. Okay, let me show you an example of a staking hub NFT, and then we go through the process of how the calculations are being made. So let's see an example of a staking hub NFT that was bought on the 1st of August for $12,500. Okay, the base stake is 1,250,000 wULX, and the total stake is 1,734,000 wULX. So now, check it out. We have all NFT ID 18358. We can check more information. We have available stake after 1 year. Available stake is part of the total stake. And when you click on this button, on this calculator actually, you can see here a link. Read more about it here. So when you click on this, it's going to open up the PDF. It's called the Staking Hub Properties. Everybody should download this PDF. And this PDF describes the mechanics of the Staking Hub NFT. So we have the base stake. The base stake is when we take the value of NFT and divide it by the market price. In this case, it was $12,500 divided by 1 cent. It's 1,250,000, because before the wULX started to trade on ULTRONSWAP, it was priced at 1 cent. The next is the total stake. The total stake is the base stake plus the daily rewards when an auto stake on. So when you have the NFT on auto stake on, every day you start receiving 0.2% that add to the total stake. And then basically every day that the NFT is on auto stake on, the total stake is increased. Then we have the halving. The individual halving is as follows. We have the first year 0.2% daily reward, then 0.1% second year, 0.05 third year, 0.025 fourth year, and 0.0125 fifth year. Then we have the daily rewards. The daily rewards are calculated. If it's an auto stake on, okay, it just compounds and adds to the total stake. If you auto stake off, then the distribution of the daily reward depends on several factors. It depends on the price of wULX. It depends on the dollar cap value. So it depends. Dollar cap value is staking hub USD value linearly increased by 0.2% of that value each day the auto stake setting is set to on. Very simple explanation, yeah? So if the NFT is $5,000, 0.2% of that is $10. So every day the value of the dollar cap value is going to increase by $10 every day. So when I click on this NFT ID, and I go to the wULX scan and I go to NFT metadata, I pull up the data of this ID. It's going to show me that the dollar cap value is 16,600 USDT. Okay, that's the dollar cap value of the NFT. So the dollar cap value is used in calculations. Okay, so when auto stake off, daily reward of 0.2% is equally split, 0.1% automatically burned. It's a community and project contribution, and 0.1% is used in daily reward calculation. The daily reward calculation based on dollar cap value and the current wULX market price on the ULTRONSWAP. So there is an example given here. If your daily reward is 300 wULX, 150 wULX will be burned. The other 150 wULX is the maximum daily reward that can be received. But If the price is higher, in this case, it's 5 cents versus 3 cents. If the price is higher, there's going to be additional burning happening based on the calculation formula. Dollar cap value times 0.1% divided by the current wULX price. Okay. Next, we have dollar cap increase. On the day of the staking hub purchase, dollar cap equals the staking hub USDT value, but then it linearly increases by 0.2% daily on each day when the auto stake setting is set to on. To increase the dollar cap, the auto stake setting needs to be set to on. Okay, so you receive great amount when withdrawing unlocked wULX. You receive higher daily rewards when auto stake off. That's the benefit of the higher dollar cap, and the only way to increase the dollar cap is auto stake on. Auto stake on give you higher daily rewards that leads to higher total stake and also higher dollar cap. Okay, so it's beneficial to have. Every day when total stake increased by 0.2%, the USD cap also increased by 0.2% of the initial staking hub value, but it's going linearly. It grows linearly, not exponentially. So as an example here, NFT of $5,000 with 5 cents, a base stake of 100,000. You see the total stake is exponential growth. So it starts with 200 wULX, then 200.4, 200.8, etc. And dollar cap is grows linearly. $10, $10, $10, $10, $10 every day. Okay. Next is the unlocking. This is where a lot of people get confused with the unlocking. So unlocking coins, we have 5 unlocks in 5 years. Okay. After the whole full 5 years, all the wULX coins are unlocked. Okay. The base stake gets first unlocked 365 days after the staking hub is minted, while daily rewards are unlocked one after another, day after day, where each daily rewards get unlocked 365 days after it was allocated to the total stake. So after 365 days, unlocking percentage is 30%. After 730 days, unlocking percentage is 25%. Then it's 20%. Then it's 15%. Then it's 10%. And finally, after 5 years, everything is unlocked. Unlocked wULX coins can be withdrawn in full or partially, although the general USD cap value applies. So we're gonna see the formula how it goes. Withdrawing of the wULX coins. All the wULX coins are withdrawable in wULX that can be exchanged for the wULX coins on the ULTRONSWAP. It's right here, wULX to wULX. You can exchange. Okay, you can see right here. The NFT ID will show you the data, okay? And when you click on the calculator, it's going to show you the claimable amount, which is 448,000 in this case. It's going to show you the amount burned if you choose to unlock today. So as you can see, the amount burned is pretty high because I bought this NFT at 1 penny, at 1 cent right now, and it's like 11 cent something. And I'll show you the base of the calculation of this, of how they calculated the 28,829 wULX is what I can right now withdraw if I want to withdraw right now, right away. Okay, so there is a formula. This is the formula that appears here on the last page, which is the claimable amount divided by the current stake, multiplied by the dollar cap, divided by the rolling 14 days average, equals to the received amount. Okay, so to give you an idea how to calculate this, let me open up here something. Okay. So I'll give you an example of an NFT of 12,500 USDT with a base stake of 1,250,000 coins bought at 1 cent. So this NFT was bought on August 1st, 2023. And until November 7 right now, November 8 right now, it went by 99 days. 99 days. So we have the 30% unlocked on until the 1st of August 2023, 30% of the 1,250,000 coins, plus 97 days. It's not 92 days, it's 97 days of 750. Why 750? Because the first year I received 0.2% rewards, which is equal to 2,500 daily rewards. Okay, 30% of that is 750 coins. So approximately, it is just approximately without compounding into effect, approximately 750. We multiply that by 99 days. Okay, and that's the number we're gonna get. Let me calculate it real quick. So 30% times 1,250,000 plus 99 multiplied by 750 is 449,000. So that's approximation. See, 448,000. So how close. And then we have the formula. We take this amount. We have this amount divided by 1,734,000 coins multiplied by $16,600 as a dollar cap value. So this is the portion multiplied by the dollar cap value divided by the 14 days rolling average price. So the way it works is like this. Let's go to the deck screener here. And we take, this is the daily chart. So from the moment that the unlock happened, which was the October 17th, it was on this date. Okay. From the October the 3rd to this date, the average price was $0.149. So that price is determined as the minimum 14-day average price used in the calculations, and you can check this on the Ultron swap. Actually, you can check it here when you go to the wULX scan. You can get the rate, and you can see here 0.149. Okay, so this is the rate. Now go back to the table. So this is how the formula works, and this is how the calculation is working for this exact amount of money and the burning. Okay, so now let me share with you real quickly. I'm going to share with you why it is great for the community of what they implemented in this way and like this. Okay, so let me pull up real quick. Special PDF. So you see, example, 5 years, the first 5 years, okay? If you have a $5,000 NFT at 1 cent price, as an example, you're going to have 500,000 wULX as a base stake. In 5 years, it will grow by 300%. So you'll have around 2 million coins. no dollar cap, no burning. At the price of 10 cents, you have $200,000. At the price of 50 cents, you have $1 million. At the price of $1, you have $2 million. Make sense? From 5 years. That's why diamond hands, no burning, no dollar cap. It is game on for wealth building. That's why we call the staking hub NFT the wealth builder. Okay, because it's pretty substantial here. From $5,000 to $2 million, it's substantial wealth building. But if you're claiming during these 5 years, then there's going to be dollar cap applied. There's going to be burning applied, which helps the community and the project. And you're going to get maybe double the money, 70-80% of the money. If you claim all the time, that's what you're going to get. 5 years, you're going to maybe double your money. But who is looking to double their money versus who is looking to 100x their money? It's a big difference. So that's why claiming wULX is not so great for you are burning some coins during this time. Profit is made when buying low. You know, that's when people that bought the dips, there's moments of extreme opportunity. That's how we need to look at it. And you see Cardano, for example, it went from 1 cent to $1, and then it went back to 3 cents, and then back to $3, when go to $3. Then it went 30 cents, and now maybe go to $10 in the next bull market. And that's the difference. With auto stake off, you get the first year 36%, the second year 18%, the 9%, 4.5%, and you get a total 70%. But with auto stake on, you get the first year 107%, then the second year 200%, then 258%, and 283%, then 311%. Much better. Plus, you don't burn the coins. Yeah. So that's the big difference. The daily rewards, you start to receive 0.2%, let's say 1,000 wULX per day, which means that 30% unlocking in 365 days is going to be 300 wULX per day should be unlocked. Okay, so there you have it. That's how the mechanics of the staking hub NFT works. And now I'm going to open up for Q&A. So if you do have a question about anything covered today, please raise your hand and let me know. Let's do some Q&A. If you guys have any questions about the Ultron ecosystem, about what we covered on Ultron Swap, on the farming, on liquidity, on the staking hub, or whatever you want to ask, you can do it right now. And even if everything is clear, then it is great. Yes, Chris.
Just the volume has been quite high, but is there any reason why the coin price hasn't gone up much in the last week or two? I know with the unlocking last month, it come down a bit because there was quite a bit of selling.
Yeah, right now it's still quite a bit of selling going on still.
Right.
And that's why the coin price is kind of moving sideways a bit, because there's still quite a lot of selling pressure coming in.
Okay.
But also buying happening, so that's why the price is not falling as well. But what is you know, I believe more towards the end of the year, beginning of the next year, we're gonna see the Lotto Day start. And Lotto Day, with every ticket sale of the lottery, is going to increase wULX, because 5% goes to buy wULX on the Ultron swap. It's going to add additional pressure for the buying. Plus, the wULX lottery is going to launch, and people will need to buy wULX coins to participate in the wULX lottery. It's going to be another use case for wULX coin with the ability to win the prize, okay, of Lotto days, of the Lotto. So that should substantially start increasing the price of wULX. So I believe towards January, we're going to have start to have a big rally up. And of course, the flip is going to also help with the price of wULX, because people start to get cash backs on their purchases, and that also requires staking wULX to get more cash back.
When will Flip Me be launched? That was one of the other questions I was asking, because I'm in the UK in October. The FCA brought in some stricter guidelines again, and it's moving crypto from crypto.com and buy. I can't get money onto Binance so easily now. It's just so obviously Flip Me would be a solution to that issue.
Yeah, around April, I would assume around March, April. So
Okay.
I don't have the exact date, but that is the approximate launch.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. So I think now is a great buying opportunity of wULX. Those people buy right now at 11 cents is gonna be very happy. Not financial advice, but yeah, I'm buying more. I'm not selling on this price. Okay. Any other question? Let me know. Is anything clear? Everything is clear. I love that. Kraken in UK working, or HSBC Bank on Binance, perfectly fine. Can send a copy of this recording. It's going to be published as a replay on the main channel. Okay. Yeah, the recording is going to be published, so don't worry. Is it better to buy hubs using wULX? You can only buy hubs using USDT. You cannot buy it using wULX. Okay. You can only buy hubs with USDT. Okay. Any other questions? We're gonna have an event in Budapest, as you know, so get ready there on 20th of January. Get your ticket there, and you can qualify also for some perks, like getting to the event, getting the travel expenses, you know, hotel, all of that stuff. You can qualify for it by the end of this year. All right. I don't see any other questions. Let's see when we can connect our NFT with MetaMask. So the Mavi Global is preparing a whole educational portal to educate people that will have to go through the training of education before they can you know, connect their NFT to their own MetaMask. Otherwise, there'll be people that will come and they will mess something up, and they will lose their NFT, and then they will start blaming the company that why they lost the NFT, and they cannot afford it to happen. So there's gonna be a clear educational portal where people will be educated before they move their NFT to the MetaMask, because once you move it, you are on your own. You self-custody it, and you have full responsibility for it. When will that be? I don't have the exact date, but I would say, you know, during the next year. I don't know, maybe March, April. I don't know. It takes time to prepare this kind of educational portal for people to have a smooth transition, right? When implement article where you can see burning old fee. The burning is there. You can see the burning on the blockchain. It's already there. Yeah. can give you an example. I can give you an example of transactions of the burning. So this, for example, one of them, show you right now. You see transfer 3,460 wULX, burning 40,600 wULX. So this is how the burning looks like, right? Burning transaction, burning wULX is actually going to a wallet address that can never be retrieved from there. It's like it's removing permanently from the circulation. That's how burning works. Can we know how much percentage wULX was burned till now? That's a good question. I will ask this the technical team. I don't know where to see this data, but I can definitely direct this question to the technical team. Maybe there's a place where I can see that. Any other question? Okay, Chris, you have a question?
Just one question on just understanding the APRs on the liquidity pool. Just for example, just taking one random one, say Link and wULX is 44%. I know it does change, but if you're just to keep the math simple, if you were staking say $50 worth of wULX and $50 worth of Link, to equivalent of so the equivalent of $100, the APR at 44%, then you would earn $44 but paid in wULX. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, assuming that it stayed the same, which I know it does move around depending on the token price. So I don't totally, I know it's moved, but I was just working out how to explain it to someone.
Yeah, and there is going to be impermanent loss because both wULX and Link are changing in value.
Yeah.
So that means when you withdraw that money, it's going to be basically different amounts. Yeah.
Different amount of tokens.
Yeah, but if the coins are going up in value, then you're just going to be receiving, let's say, less coins, but the overall value should be higher anyways of your stake.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, thank you. That makes sense.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. The next training is on Wednesday. So thank you so much, guys. I'm going to publish the recording for review as soon as possible in the official Telegram channel. Thank you so much for coming, guys. You've been great. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a ton about the Ultron ecosystem and sharpen your mind and get a better understanding of all the moving parts in the ecosystem. So thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you guys. And I will see you on the next trainings, our corporate trainings, and of course, presentations and news and updates. And I will see you for the ULTRONSWAP Masterclass the next week on Wednesday. Stay tuned and plugged in, and everybody have a fantastic week.